Shalom. Kohalayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rukah, Kodash. Peace and blessings to the elders apostles, a great millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim, putting on as the elect, striving for perfection and a crown of righteousness. This is your brother Kassad out of Great Millstone, Austin, out of the branch of Houston. Getting ready to go into the book of Revelations in the 13th chapter. All right. This Saturday, we were out preaching. We had a couple coming up to us and, well, I guess try to teach us about what they thought the C-hip, or they didn't call it the C-hip. They wanted to call it the jumper shot, was what the, the mark of the beast was going to be. And it doesn't line up with these scriptures, And the scriptures talk about, he who has ears, let him hear. Him who has eyes, let him see. So we're going to go into this Revelations 13, and perfectly, this is edifying. This is probably going to be a part 1 and a part 2 to goes with it. All right. This is Revelations 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. All right. Now this is referring to the revised Roman Empire, which is America, Babylon the Great. It also goes into EU and the NATO nations. All right. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him power, and his seat, and the great authority. All right. So this beast which he saw that was likened to a leopard is Alexander the Great. All right. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, which is Russia, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, which is Britain. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat. All right. This is the Roman Empire. The dragon represents the Roman Empire and a great authority. All right. Because what you see in our society is the same things that you see in ancient Rome and Babylonian, times. They believe in many gods, as did the Egyptians, right? And they were full of debauchery, all right, meaning sexual, sensual flesh. What they had going on. Let's see. And being that they were full of all these sexual fleshes, things that please the flesh, they were full of sin. All right, and everything wickedness that was going on, that's what they were into. So that's what ancient Rome was about, man. It was about everything contrary to this belief of the scriptures, what was written inside the scriptures, and that's what they pushed all across the other kingdoms and the other nations. All right, there's nothing new under the sun, as the scriptures goes into. This modern day Roman Empire, is still pushing this ways all across the world. Only now we're dealing with the dividing of time, because now the wicked is being revealed. Who is Esau Edom? Who is the self-proclaimed white man that's ruling the earth right now in pure wickedness? All right, that puts up homosexuality and pedophilia, which were in Rome the key, or the most important sexualities that were going on, the prominent sexualities that were going on inside of that society, right? And so continuing on, it says, and I saw, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and the mouth as the mouth of a lion, which is Britain. And the dragon gave him power and his seat, which is the Roman Empire, and great authority. All right. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Now, it was wounded because of what you call the Dark Ages. See, Jake was got back into power and ruled for about 1,000 years. So that was what they call the Dark Ages. Is when Jake was ruling. Okay, and so wounded after the beast. And everybody wounded after the beast, and then they got it back after the wound was healed. It said, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" All right. Once again, this beast is representing America, NATO, EU, Babylon the Great, which is the beast system. All right. Let's get some accounts on that. Let's go into Daniel 7 and start at 6. It says, "After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which I had upon the back of his four wings, of a fowl, the beast, and had four heads, and dominion was given unto it." All right, so once again, that like unto a leopard is speaking of Alexander, and the four heads is talking about dominion, or four generals that led and that ruled after him. All right, I believe it was Ptolemy, Seleucus, Anti- Antiochus, and Lysimachus, something like that. Right, and continuing on, it says, "After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and stronger and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and devoured and brake into pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns." All right, and this represents the Roman Empire once again. "And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them an other little horn. Before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots." All right, these are the prior rulerships, okay, or kingdoms. "And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things." All right, this is America. "I behold till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days came." But that's going into when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is coming back to get them up out of rulership. But this little horn that had eyes like a man and mouth speaking great things is America that he's seen coming up, man, in the book of Daniel, right? Outside of the from the Roman Empire. After that Roman Empire, after all that time, as the Roman Empire revised. Matter of fact, let's jump to Daniel 7 and 19. It says, "Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured brake into pieces, and stamped out the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the others which came up, and before whom three fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows." All right, so America has the stoutest look than its fellows, man. America is probably the most prideful, people on the face of this earth. While the whole world is in shambles, these people are walking around as though, nothing can touch them, nothing can harm them. They have no worries at all, man. But Babylon the Great is soon to meet the same fate as all these other third world countries, man. All these South America, Mexico, Haiti, and then over there in the so-called Africa continent, man, and everybody that's going through starvation, death, robbery, and rape, because this is what America has done on the face of this earth, man. They've done nothing but rape, rob, and steal, and murder. So, as you do it, as you sow it, so shall you reap, as the scriptures go into. All right. So it says, "And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" All right. So they worshiping that wicked society, Babylon, that system that it, pushes out throughout the earth, man. And with that, I'm gonna stop it right here, and that's and start on the next one. Shalom.